Come with us and you'll see a world of pure imagination. I didn't check the lyric before I started. Welcome to Sync Floyd, the only podcast where we watch every movie, right? But we do it on mute while Pink Floyd's 1973 magnum opus, The Dark Side of the Moon, plays. And we watch... This is off to a quality start. This is quality content. Who can make the sunrise? Sprinkle it with glee. It's your co-host, James Barron.
Hi, it's me, the Candyman. What's up? Here I am. I like the colloquial nature of that intro, Gareth. I think that was fine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're just buds here. We're just having a grand old time.
Yeah.
Enjoying some...
We're top and tail in a bed. With our wives and children around.
Yep.
Just living the dream.
Yeah, that's how we record. Yeah. We're like two grandparents to a child. Wow.
How child is this podcast?
I guess so, yeah. I do love the idea of us top and tailing while recording a podcast.
Yeah.
That's an interesting energy. We'll have to try that sometime.
Yeah, that's a guarantee.
But what film have we watched? Unrelated.
Wow. If you can't guess by those amazing context clues.
Yeah.
We've watched 1971's Mel Stewart, Gene Wilder joint. Based on the book by Roald Dahl. It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
And the mistake I will keep making.
It's tough, right? Notably, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the title of this one, whereas the 2005 remake by Tim Burton is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And I'm pretty sure the book was also called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, the book was.
Yeah, it makes things much more confusing. Everybody calls it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but it's not the title of the movie, so...
I feel like you either call it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or you just call the movie Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
No one's doing the right thing.
It's true. Everyone knows what you mean, though. Like, we all understand. If you say Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, we'll get it. People won't be like, do you mean 2005? No. They'll be like, I'm talking about the real one. Come on, guys.
Yeah. This is such that film where, I feel like everyone knows the plot completely, but even if they haven't seen it, it's this and Star Wars and Wizard of Oz, I think, are just so deep in our culture.
Yeah, very much ingrained in the culture. Lots of references. Like, even to this day, people reference this movie just at random.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of times that I've just screamed, "You stole fizzy lifting drinks" at people.
That's a good deep cut.
Without context.
Yeah.
And usually when I'm displaying mock anger about something else.
Yeah,
mate. Oh, it's a good one. But yeah, it's definitely.
I love a good "I said good day."
Oh yeah, also strong from the same scene.
Sorry, it's definitely.
Oh, it's just definitely one of those ones. It's a very quotable movie and hit the zeitgeist at the right time. You know, it's just everybody has it ingrained into them. But yeah, definitely a classic.
Was a big. Oh yeah, a big in circulation for the old Colgate Saturday night features. Ironic because it's chocolate, sponsored by toothpaste.
Hey, always brush your teeth after having a bit of chalk, you know?
Oh yeah.
Keep those pearlers in great condition, all right?
Yeah, ready to munch more chalk.
It's the only way, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Wonka version of protect your neck, you know?
Yeah. Munch your chalk, brush your tox.
Okay. I like it. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All those tox in your mouth?
Yeah. What did you think of this film, Gareth? This classic film? When you watched it?
That's a good point. So, yes, I probably hadn't seen it in years since its Colgate Saturday Night feature run. I was shocked that everything you know about this film only happens in the last half hour. It's
true, yeah. So, it takes a long time to get to the actual factory. And most of what everyone remembers happens in the back half.
Yeah.
I remember having this on VHS and fast-forwarding through a lot of the stuff at the start because I was a little kid, being like, I want to get to the cool chocolate factory stuff.
Yeah, you don't want Cheer Up Charlie being sung at you.
Oh my god, nobody does. But like the rest of the start stuff, I really loved on this watch. I as an adult coming back to it, I think that's the better bit of the movie.
Yeah?
All the like preamble stuff is really, really good.
Yeah,
Had me chuckling away.
all the like cuts to people around the world obsessed with the chocolate.
Yes, some fantastic one-liners throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah, loved it. But shall we talk about how it's synced up with a bloody album, Gareth?
Yeah, I think I might have to preface a couple things
before
we get started.
Lay it on me. I'll crack open this bar of chocolate, see if I've won a golden ticket.
Okay. God, if you do, and it just derails my boring anecdote.
I'm heir to the Whittaker's fortune somehow. The dream. Flying chocolate all over my keyboard, listeners. There you go.
Actually, what factory would you most want to win a tour of?
Oh, interesting. I don't know. Like, there's not. I went to a pie factory once, and that was pretty sick. Seeing how pies get made, it was very like clinical, obviously, because it's an actual factory. The disappointing thing about most factories is that they don't feature like massive rooms with like plants in the form of chocolate and things.
Or pies.
There's no insane pie showroom where all the plants are pies, which is what I had in my head at the time. But off the top of my head, probably something boring like a really nice beer factory, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just go around
like those are like a popular thing already.
Yeah, just go around a brewery. Sounds like a nice afternoon, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. I think that's reasonable. What about yourself?
Well, I would have said the bread factory, but...
What?
Have I talked about my day working at a bread factory on the show?
I don't think so. I don't recall the story.
So the year's 2012.
Yeah.
The world, somebody that I used to know is on the charts, but we haven't quite got to Call Me Maybe level 2012.
All right.
And I wake up hungover, and I've got a call from this temp company that I was working at while I was studying, saying like, mate, you need it at the bread factory. The bread factory needs you. So, pull on my steel cap boots, get in the car, drive down to the bread factory, and they're like, we very much need staff. What you're going to do is you're going to stand here, and you're going to watch the bread go past on the conveyor belt.
Okay.
Now, if any of this bread looks bad, I want you to punch it so it falls onto the floor, because we can't have it going into the next part of the machine.
Oh, no.
And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, that's all you have to do. So if there's a hole in the crust, pump on the floor. And also, if further down the chain, if the bread like starts to overflow and there's just like, it's going to push back and squash a bunch of bread, they would rather me punch bread onto the floor than have any squashed bread going through the next machine.
Wow.
So I spent 12 hours, I think, just punching bread.
Holy shit, 12 hours? Damn.
It was a long day, a long hungover day. Like, I had several people work next to me who I didn't talk to because the bread factory was so loud. I was starving for some bread, but I didn't want... The only ones I could eat were the ones I was punching.
Oh, no. You don't want that no bad quality floor bread that you're punching off the conveyor. No one's eating that.
No.
Oh, my God.
So, that was... that's probably ruined the magical factory for me, but, I mean, I'll have a bro dad a brewery with you.
Sweet. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, I feel like working in a factory is a lot less exciting than touring a factory. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
There's an important separation there. Shout out to all the factory workers out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hopefully they can listen to podcasts while they're working.
Yeah. Shout outs if you're listening right now.
Yeah. Oh, I got through all of cereal during a factory day.
Cool. Was it the bread punching day?
No. As you recall, I said 2012 when somebody that I used to know was climbing the charts, not 2014 when Problem was climbing the charts.
Okay. Right, there you go. You caught me out.
It's all right.
I'm not tracking cereal that closely.
Fair enough. But you make a podcast. You must follow cereal.
No. Podcasts happen ambiently around me. I've never listened to a podcast, but I sure do make them. No.
You're like, I hope this is what people want.
Yeah. That's how I've gotten this. That's why I think this is a good idea, Gareth.
Yeah, true.
All right, shall we dive into it, to the bloody movie?
Yeah, I forgot actually to get to my caveat is
Okay.
I watched this movie without Pink Floyd.
Okay.
And then I was just fiending to know how they redid it 34 years later. So I watched the Tim Burton one. So
Right.
if anything kind of overlaps, I watched that. And I watched it sitting on my unmade bed. And at one point in that movie, I laughed really, really hard all alone and then had to feel a deep shame.
Oh, no.
There's a very, very good joke in that movie. And I want
Okay.
all listeners to watch it.
There you go, Tim.
And then tweet at us.
One good joke. You get one, Tim.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So you've done. It's been a Willy Wonka week for you then. It's been.
Yeah.
You've watched the original and then the remake and then the original again with an album.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Wonka.
And are you aware of the third canonical remake?
No, I didn't know there was one.
Oh, okay, so you go to the characters from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Wikipedia page, and they'll tell you about how like Violet Beauregarde acts in the book,
Sure.
and how she acts in the movie, then how she acts in the remake. And then in 2017, Tom and Jerry made a remake
What?
where they inserted... Have you not heard about this?
No.
They inserted Tom and Jerry into Charlie and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but like remade it as a cartoon. And apparently it's very redundant and like dull. But
Right.
just like if just say like mum's cooking a meal and I peel the carrots, I get to then claim I cooked the meal, right? They get to claim they're a Willy Wonka, part of the Willy Wonka franchise. So they're tagged into every part of the Wikipedia page.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit unfortunate. They're
Yeah.
like very much a parasite on Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Holy crap. That's a crazy thing. I feel like we should watch that at some point. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm a little bit disappointed that you didn't also cover that.
So I text you to record this episode on Saturday, and you were busy having a social life.
Yeah.
I was furious.
I'm so sorry.
I actually sat down and I tried to find all the ways I could watch this Tom and Jerry one online. And then instead I found a review that was just like, you might think this is going to be fun, but don't watch this.
Oh, well, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Cut it off there. Sweet.
Yeah. But I did watch the trailer and I did read the entire Wikipedia summary.
Alright, I feel like that's definitely doing your due diligence as a scientist then.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Proud of you, bud. Okay.
Oh,
How are we going? Let's go into the film. Eh?
yes.
Woo! I'm ready. I'm ready to do it.
Okay.
Starting up. Speak to me. Here we go. All the same things happening. We get like the opening shots of this movie are like just actual chocolate making processes of like pouring chocolate into molds and stuff like that. Lots of flowing chocolate, pretty good. And yeah, that playing over Speak to Me and Then Breathe, pretty nice. I'm into it.
Yeah.
There's a
lot of mechanical noises which kind of sink into it.
Yeah, that works well. There's there's like one shot of what I can only describe as mellow puffs. Which no overseas listener is going to understand what that is. Look, Google mellow puff New Zealand and you'll understand. They're like dropping off a little conveyor belt, and that's perfectly in time with Breathe, like the beats.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it's in time with the time signature, and I was like, hell yeah.
That's brilliant. Those mellow puff beats.
Yeah, man. Big puff beats. Do you do the thing when you're a kid and you like smashed a mellow puff onto your forehead and then like picked the chocolate off? Like you're some kind of like bro sith like smashing a beer onto your forehead after you drank it.
Yeah.
Did you ever
but
do that?
It's the softest thing. I think so. They really wanted you to. I think all the ads had you doing it.
It's such a weird move. That I guess it was on the ads, but I felt like it was just like a cultural thing because I almost definitely like saw someone do it and then did it myself.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone wants to try it.
Yeah. Oh, bizarre.
Yeah.
Smashing
I was just
chocolate.
too macho as a kid, and I just like disintegrated the mellow puffs with my powerful forehead. So
Holy
what are you going to do?
crap! You just nothing left. You don't even have the biscuit.
Yeah.
just obliteration. I feel
Just
like you were
atoms flying away.
Oh, mate, you had too much power as a small child.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Wow.
You know?
There you
I
go.
can't wear face masks or I just inhale them. You know, my lungs are too strong. What am I going to do?
You'd be a prime candidate for the Willy Wonka succession project if one of the candidates that he was looking for was going for like high strength stat.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like I just need a really strong child to help out at my factory. Look no further than Gareth Blackler, eh?
Oh, yeah.
World's strongest
what you've just said, though,
5-year-old.
does raise an important question of, do you believe these children found the tickets by luck or they were seeked out?
Definitely pure chance. It's like one of the craziest
Yeah.
things about the story is that like all the tickets are found by children, and like the 5th ticket is faked, right? They get it's like
Yeah.
yes, but it's like an older guy discovers it somewhere. I can't remember now, but yeah, he fakes it. He forges a ticket in Paraguay. But
That's
like,
right.
yeah, it's just chance, you know. One of those
But then
coincidences.
the fact that Slugworth has like teleported around the world, like chasing, like being exactly there when they find them.
That's amazing, yeah. Or maybe it's Slugworth
Yeah.
like dropping them in. I like that theory actually.
Yeah.
That works. Okay.
Oh, like Slugworth's the recruiter, and that's why he messed it up 4 out of 5 times.
Yeah, there you go. Well, he just like
Alright.
was going around like getting random children, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From all over the world.
Gosh, sorry.
That's
We
right.
first see people when we hear the first human vocals,
Yep. And
and it cuts to these children running away on beat, which is very nice.
yeah, the vocal of Breathe starts up like
Yeah.
perfectly in time with that. Pretty nice. And then in my notes I've just written Wonka was born to be a candy man, which is a line that this candy vendor delivers. Who crushes it, by
Yeah.
the way. His performance is fantastic. I love this guy.
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
Yeah, dancing around this shop, singing his wee song, the Candyman. Probably, I think this is maybe the best song in the film. There's a lot of good songs.
I had forgotten about. Is it "I Want It All"?
Yeah, that's badass. The
Veruca Salt song,
Veruca
yeah.
Salt song, also strong.
That song rules.
Yeah. The fun fact about this movie: all of the songs were written before the script was. So
No way.
yeah, so they're all like fairly general, and that's kind of why some of them
Yeah.
don't align with like the character that's singing them or something, because they've just wrote a bunch of songs and then they were like, okay, we'll put this here and this here and this here. You know, it's why like Grandpa Joe singing "I've Got a Golden Ticket" is so messed up. You know,
Yeah.
because like it's not his, but yeah, it's
Oh,
yeah, sweet fact. Okay, let's keep
that's
going.
a great fact. That's why people listen to the show.
Yeah. We got On the Run playing over like the frenzy at the candy shop. Like at the like
Yeah.
fever pitch of this song, there's just like kids going nuts, taking all the candy and stuff. Getting out of control to some On the
Yeah.
Run, which matches. Yeah, bloody intense.
Yeah. I've written extra fast lollipops, which I can't quite remember why, but I think that's these lollipops quickly move out of shot, and
Yeah.
that's to the beat.
Yeah, they're being pulled, like whipped out off sides of the camera, you know, by kids
Yeah.
like tearing them off the shelves very, very fast. And yeah, that is in time.
Oh, good.
Very good.
Science confirms.
Science confirms, yes. I've just got the test results back. It says good science. Yeah. Another good thing about this watch was that the subtitles, every time there was music playing, it would try and
Yes.
describe the kind of music that it was playing. And so I've
I
got
keep writing these down, yeah.
yeah, I've got fast-paced instrumental music as the subtitle that appears while On the Run is playing, and I'm like, yep.
Correct.
That's right. Also,
Yeah.
that transitions into eerie instrumental music,
Yes.
which is still accurate.
Yeah.
And that's as Charlie is introduced and then walking past the gate of the factory.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about this Tinker guy who doesn't show up again. It's sort of just...
Yeah.
What the fuck is this guy's deal? Okay, there's like a guy... He's got a cart with like a bunch of knives on it.
Gotta walk your knives.
He's described in the subtitles as a tinkerer, and also by Charlie later. But like, I guess he's like a traveling knife salesman or something. But fuck, he's scary. Yeah. He just is here to give like an ill portent about the factory, you know, like a dark prophecy. It's very sketchy, very like horror movie like. Person at the threshold, you know,
the person who has to warn you not to go have a lovely holiday at that villa because it's haunted or something.
I would say that this walks the line between being a kids' film and a horror film.
Yeah, and it's set up like a slasher. Like there's the final kid the final person who's kind of like the most virtuous.
Yeah, right.
In a kind of weirdly conservative way, you know, people kind of meet their ends based on their like flaws.
Yeah, it's all like divine retribution kind of, right?
Yeah,
like, set up by this tinker prophecy.
Yeah,
quite likely. Nobody ever goes in. Nobody ever comes out. What a terrifying...
That's scary because we see them leave in the elevator at the end. But they don't leave, and we don't see any of the other characters leave.
I guess the tinker, like, this is just how Willy Wonka's been getting around with this elevator, and he just never looks up. It's like nobody ever goes in, nobody ever comes out. But meanwhile, Willy Wonka's like watching from his elevator, like above, like, here I am, Tinker.
Willy Wonka's flying in all the Oompa Loompas, and the guy's like, yeah, nobody's in or out.
He's no idea. Shut up, Tinker. You don't know Jack.
He then walks to an airport and he's like, nobody comes out of this place.
Yeah. I just wanted to touch on him because he's bloody terrifying. He like wheels his wee cart out of frame as well, and Charlie's like, what the fuck? And then just goes home. Yeah. We also get the footsteps on the run when he's running home. Which is nice. And then, we see his little house with they're all drinking cabbage water, which is all they can afford. These poor people. The four grandparents top and tailing like us recording and the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that life. The idea that you have a kid, that kid grows up and gets married, and then it's your job now to share a bed with your, like wife's children's parents?
All the grandparents, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. It's a very bizarre thing. The fact, like, later on, Grandpa Joe says that he's been in this bed for 20 years. Which is mental.
Yeah.
No wonder he can't walk. It's, like, absolutely horrific to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Some sort of rat king of grandparents.
For real, they're, like, completely conjoined in there. Oof.
Yeah.
No good.
What if he was later like, I haven't left this bed. I hope I can do it. And he pulls back that duvet and they're just all formed together. And then this weird mix of four grandparents comes to the
They're all the
factory.
thing.
Yeah.
They've been Cronenberged together. It's no good. That's the true nightmare. I don't think Roald Dahl readers were ready for that. So
no.
It's horrific in its own way. Like, I think this is definitely playing into the, like, Roald Dahl aspect of it, and that's, like, the dark humor kind of thing that he is famous for. Everything's got a, like, weird edge to it. And, like, even in his fiction and stuff, so. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to see... I've just written that Charlie is, like, selfless. He's brought, like, a wee treat for his grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's,
the
like...
bread.
The through line through this movie is that Charlie's, like, a selfless and honest person, and that's why he, like, wins out in the end, basically.
Yeah.
He gets led astray by various people, but, him being pure of heart is what gets him through, you know?
And it's interesting comparing this Charlie to the one in the remake.
Yeah. Who's
the
just
Tim Burton remake.
Such a non-character. Both him and...
Right?
Him and Grandpa Joe, who is, like, inexplicably works for Willy Wonka, but, like, that never comes back either in that movie. Oh, it's so annoying. Yeah, they barely feature.
Yeah. And then they just get it based on being the ones that Willy Wonka didn't notice enough to submit to a terrible fate.
Oh my god. There's so many problems with that other movie. Oof.
Although at least that Grandpa Joe is, like, makes sense that he's in a bed. He actually looks older. This one just looks like I don't know, he's like 40, just having a bad day.
Yeah, it's quite potentially. I mean, they had to choose an actor that could actually like dance around to his wee song, I guess.
Yeah, true.
I feel like all the other
song
grandparents
was
are suitably old, so
yeah,
it's all right. He's trying to blend in with them, but he's actually
yeah. He's found a sweet gig that if he just gets in the bed too, he gets to just hang out there for, again, 20 years.
he's just a friend. He's not even related.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. I love that theory. My next bit is about Turkentine, who's the teacher here.
I loved this teacher.
He is great. Like, him here, like, with his, like, insane teaching methods of doing science, because he only knows how. He's like, I'm the only one who knows how to do this, which is why I'm teaching you. It's like, this whole guy is so rolled down. Like, all the adults in those stories are always so sure of themselves and so way over the top. Like, kids are idiots and adults are the smart people, you know? Like, and that's... Yeah, this guy's quintessential Roald Dahl, which is fantastic. Like, him here, and then later on, when he's moved the Friday test to Monday to... Yeah. It's the funniest shit. He's, moved Friday's test to Monday so that it'll be on the stuff that they haven't learned yet.
And then he ends up like, but it's Tuesday, so that's all irrelevant.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's really Monty Python, and it's interesting because they wanted to cast Monty Python people in this, but they weren't well known enough.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man, there are some like fairly famous people in it, so like that's interesting. That like the they must have been fairly famous, the Pythons at that time, surely. But...
Yeah, I think it was mainly for the Willy Wonka role, and they were like, "Nah, we need a bigger name."
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, Gene Wilder. They got Gene Wilder, so there you go.
Yeah.
Man, imagine like John Cleese's Willy Wonka though. That would have been such a different thing. Man. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna move on. So the competition gets announced and the Turkentine dismisses class, undismisses class, and then redismisses class as he learns more information about this. About this,
but he acts so quickly.
Yeah. So good. Well, like we see why. It's like a world phenomenon, right? Like there's news indents. Everyone in the world is after these tickets to the chocolate factory, which is world famous. And then very quickly we like get to Augustus Gloop is the first person to find it. You know, one thing I want to talk about with this is the reporter has like antlers behind his head in a really cute frame. Yeah, so nice. I love little bits like that. Also, like Mr. Gloop here, it is mid-interview. They're all eating, right? That's the Gloop thing, is that they're hungry all the time. Mr. Gloop, instead of answering the microphone, just bites the tip of it off, which I never noticed before. And that's
it's so funny.
So great.
To the point where I was talking to a friend of the show about this movie, and I'm just omitting names in case it's embarrassing.
Okay.
She started describing this scene from memory and couldn't finish the sentence from laughing at the idea of him eating the microphone.
It is great. I never noticed it before now.
No, neither.
Mainly because I think I was fast forwarding through this as a little kid.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh my god, I love it. Then we get Charlie's birthday starting up of a great gig here. Very sad. It's like a poor family birthday. They've given him a really nice red scarf.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like, and then also like a bit of chocolate that he wants to share with everyone. Again, showing off his like selflessness.
Yeah. It looks good, that chocolate.
Then we've got the Veruca Salt introduction.
I liked, maybe I'd had it like a mix of the remake and the original, and I just kind of remembered the dad more as like a posh, like, my daughter. But I like that he's just stressed out trying to please this daughter.
Yeah, she is very much running the show. Again, like, this is against type of the Roald Dahl thing, but like, yeah, she's in full control of this family. Yeah. And this dad's like scrambling to do everything for her, which is hilarious. Like, converted his entire factory to look for the golden tickets.
Yeah.
I love that he describes that as shelling the chocolate bars, which is like the term he would use for shelling peanuts, which is just a neat little detail, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've also got to give a huge shout out to the Veruca Salt actress, Julie Dawn Cole, who, like, invented an entire trope of like spoiled brats.
Oh my god, she crushes it. She's like the best, the like littlest twerp ever. It's amazing. She fantastic performance throughout.
Yeah, she loosely based it on people she knew, like from her school and stuff.
Wow, incredible.
But like now, any kids movie has a Veruca Salt in it. Like she's nailed it.
Yeah.
I hope she's getting royalties from every single movie ever made.
Wow, the richest. She like she like becomes an actual Veruca Salt by just getting so rich. So good.
Well, apparently she calls her daughter when her daughter... This was an amazing interview on her IMDb page. Every time her daughter acts up, she's like, oh, Veruca. And the daughter's like, oh, shamed into it. And then she's like, but I never have to do the same for my son because he doesn't act up.
Wow, there you go.
And I was like, man, those kids must have been there when they took that interview.
That's great. Favoritism, though. Favoritism amongst the kids, though, pretty rough. But hey.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's a great anecdote. After this, we just got some more like fun little indents. There's like armed guards now protecting the Wonka bars as they're like loaded off a plane, which is quite funny. Tim Brooke Taylor makes a little cameo here. He's one of the goodies, if you know them.
Oh yeah.
He's a great actor. He's like designed a computer to try and find the Wonka bars.
Oh, this was great as well.
The oldest computer. Yeah, he carries this little performance.
Yeah.
The computer won't help him because it would be cheating, is the joke. Amazing.
And the computer's kind of bleeping and blooping along with the bleeping and blooping of Pink Floyd's hit song Money. So that's
hey there, we'll take it. Yeah, we got the money continues over Violet getting interviewed. She like her parents are like used car salesmen, I guess.
Yeah.
The subtitles have got suspenseful instrumental music here, which I guess money could be described as suspenseful. Maybe not.
Yeah.
It's a bit more bombastic than that, but
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's probably one of the least suspenseful.
Yeah, we're grooving. We're grooving out there. So Charlie's mum gets visited at her workplace. She's like a washerwoman, I think.
Yeah.
She's supporting these 4 grandparents doing nothing. Charlie's father obviously out of the picture here, much like a Pokemon protagonist.
Yeah, he's off leading the next factory, the final factory that Charlie defeats.
Oh my gosh, Final Factory 7. I love it. Okay. So the line "Don't give me that goody good bullshit" is a little preview here for just the most intense song in any movie, I would say.
Yeah.
She says if you had a sack full of money, you probably wouldn't find a ticket, which is pretty rough. And then her song is it's really rough. Like Charlie's walking home all sad, and she's saying like, don't be sad. The whole point of the song, she's saying like, don't be sad. Things will get better someday, but also like, don't dream too big is sort of the lesson of the song, which is terrible. It's something you shouldn't say to like a little kid of Charlie's age.
Oh, absolutely.
It's awful. Also, not a great song. Unrelated. Not a big fan.
Yeah.
The line that the subtitles have, when this is starting up, it says melancholic instrumental music, which I would argue is good for all of this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the rare case where, you know how the album usually makes the movie sadder? This is the one case where the movie's like, don't worry, we've got this, we're sad enough.
Yeah, we're keeping you happy. Everything's fine now. Thankfully, money wraps up like just in time as the end of this song happens as well. So we're like, it got us through the hard bit. Cheers for that, Floyd. Cheers for that, boys.
Money can get you through hard times.
That's the lesson. Oh my god. That's like such a subversion of what Charlie's mum's song's about. Amazing.
Yeah. And what the Pink Floyd song's about.
Yeah, wow. Next we found the worst lesson, I think, through that.
Oh yeah.
That's great. Okay, Mike TV now. I've not really got anything about him except that he finds his ticket and that his dad says that he can't have a gun until he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
Which is just a really funny bit. There's a lot of like little tiny little dialogue jokes here, which I really enjoy. Yeah, and then got Us and Them as the newsreaders saying that there's only one ticket left and that we're all going to feel bad when it gets found if we don't win. And he's like, but don't worry about it. There's many more important things than winning. But offhand, he can't remember what they are.
Yeah.
Which is just more great lines.
There was a scene cut from the film where someone goes and meets like a holy man and asks and talks about it with him, and the holy man just says, "Oh, life is meaningless if you don't get the ticket." And they had to cut that because that was too brutal.
Too far, man.
Yeah,
the next one's coming up are pretty good as well. Like,
yeah,
Charlie and Grandpa Joe open a wee bar and don't find one, and then have a wee hug. They're like, "Oh, never mind." He like used his tobacco money or whatever. But yet there's a lady that's auctioning... there's an auction of the last case of Wonka bars left in the entire United Kingdom that goes for £5,000. And, like, the last line of that is that he asks Your Majesty if they want to buy it, which is just a sweet wee bit. And then my favourite one of these is the woman whose husband has been kidnapped. And in order to trade... for her husband's life, she's got to give up her supply of Wonka bars. And she's really cut up about it. Oh, it's incredible. That should just be...
I do not remember the scene at all.
It should just be an ad for Wonka bars. That whole thing is so funny. Oh my god.
I feel like maybe they cut this scene from the like Colgate Saturday feature version.
Quite possibly. A lot of the stuff
I did not remember it, but it's brutal.
A lot of it's really bleak, you know? Like...
Yeah.
But it's really, really funny. So I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the next bit is, the last ticket gets found in Paraguay, but of course it's a fake, you know? It's playing on on the news, and Charlie's overhearing everything, and they're like, let him have one last dream. We'll tell him in the morning. He's like openly weeping. It's really messed up.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Back in Turkentine's class, Charlie's like talking about they're doing percentages, and kids have opened 100 chocolate bars and 150 chocolate bars, and Charlie's opened just 2. And Turkentine mishears him and is like, "Oh, 200, that's easy. Like out of 1,000, that's this." And he says, "No, not 200, 2." And like again, this is him being like honest and serious about this thing, you know, like this is him being pure of heart. Like he could have just lied, you know, and said that and he's not ashamed of being poor, you know. Yeah, that's just another nice wee note.
And then Turkentine being like, "Well, I can't do that.
Yes, that's too hard. Maths is too difficult." So good. And then as his astral reward, young Charlie finds some money in a gutter, and he buys a Wonka bar. He buys a Scrumdiddlyumptious bar, which is, I don't think the tickets are available in those, so he fucked up there. But
he didn't know at the time.
Yeah, but then he out of the kindness of his heart, he buys another chocolate bar for his Grandpa Joe.
Yeah,
who bought him one. So he's like paying him back is the idea, I think. And it's like, and then that he goes outside, and the scandal's all over the papers that the 5th ticket was fake, and but Charlie discovers his one. It's amazing. Like it's we're in any color you like when he finds his ticket. Again, nothing really syncing up at this point, but hey.
Oh no.
Then, like, some woman sees that he's got his ticket. Fucking terrifying. She gets, like, swamped by people. I imagine that this is what would actually happen if you, like, discovered one of these tickets out in the middle of, I don't know, middle of the street. But he gets, like, crushed. It's horrible. Only gets saved by his, like, employer, his, like, newspaper round guy. Who's like, "Run home!"
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah. It's the guy who does the, like, paper round at the start of the film,
Because he has a name in the subtitles, and it's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. He's like, "Run home! Run straight home, Charlie!
Don't stop!
Don't stop for nothing!" But yeah.
He bloody does stop. Yeah. He runs into evil David Letterman.
Yeah, here he is. Is it actually David Letterman?
No.
Because I would love it if it was. He does kind of look like him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So much so.
Got a big old scar on his face. He's Slugworth. It just asks,
Yeah.
does the, like, everlasting gobstopper proposition here. Offers him, like, 10 grand. Pretty serious money for a poor wee kid. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, then we got Brain Damage playing as he returns home. And then, like, he gets Grandpa Joe out of bed, who hasn't gotten out in 20 years. And then Grandpa Joe's singing his song about how he has a golden ticket, which we talked about. Pretty ruthless.
And his dancing does kind of work with Eclipse when that starts.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, he did, like, when they're spinning round, like, he gets more and more spry as the song goes on, able to, like, dance around the room. And they start spinning around, and that's really in time with Eclipse, which is pretty nice. And then unfortunately that wraps up as they're still mid-song, basically.
Yeah.
But we get the heartbeats as we're going into the factory, which is nice.
Yeah. So it's pretty much a full play of the album dividing the two halves of the movie.
Yeah, I know. I'll take that. That's, like, not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a nice bow on the whole first part, like the finding tickets portion of the movie.
Yeah.
And then, yes. So we're all gathering at the entrance to the factory at the start of the next play. There's a zoom in on the clock of 10 a.m. as we're still, like, in Speak to Me here. And then, like, the door opens at the exact start of the song Breathe, which I really love. So, like, the door, like, swings open of its own accord as well. And Willy Wonka's, like, hobbling out, and he's, like, using his cane to get to the end. Like, it's bending a hell of a lot, which I didn't notice before. But yeah, and then he does his forward roll. You know about this? Like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we should talk about it, I guess. Like,
Yes. It'd be weird if we were just like, you know about this? Yeah, and the listeners
and they're
are
like, what? No?
I don't think Gareth did know what it was.
Do you want to talk about it then?
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead. No.
Oh, what do you? Unless you want to talk about something different.
No, it's fine. Okay. After you. No. The forward roll. He's, like, pretending to be this old ass man, and then he, like, does a wee roll and he jumps up. He's absolutely fine. And the whole point of this was Gene Wilder would only sign on to the film if he could do this at the start of the film. At the start as his first appearance, because then you could never trust him. You'd never understand, well, you never know whether he's telling the full truth or not if he does this.
Yeah.
You know? So he's got this air of mystery about him, and that sort of sums up the whole character, honestly. And that, like,
absolutely,
you can't get a read on whether he is serious in his delivery a lot of his lines, or if he's, like, being tongue in cheek. Is the whole idea, right?
Yeah. It's an amazing suggestion. It's just bonkers that he brought that up as his one caveat to doing the film.
Yeah, it's great. It's a really good piece of, like, physical acting as well. Like,
oh yeah, it took him 2 weeks to learn the fall.
Oh man,
the flip.
It adds so much drama. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, here he is. The forward roll also aligns perfectly. Like, he rolls into Breathe's vocals starting up.
Yeah.
Which I'm all for that. So this whole, like, opening bit has synced really well with Breathe, which I'm into.
Yeah.
And then, he's, like, meeting everyone on the run as they're, like, heading in. More little, like, fun little dialogue bits there, but yeah. Inside the factory, Gareth, they've got these, like, creepy hands, very labyrinth-esque.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah, they're, like, grabbing the coats and stuff. He says there's little surprises around every corner, but nothing dangerous.
Which is a lie.
Yes,
but all right.
Absolutely. Then the huge ass contract on the wall here with the text getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as it goes down.
Yeah,
just a really good visual gag.
Oh yeah, some good, like, adults, this is what it's like, kind of satire.
No, like, people are refusing to sign the contract, but they won't get in if they don't sign it. And it's, I guess, how he gets away with all the insane shit that happens in this factory. But hey, it's all in this massive contract that is on the wall. And
there's a very sad line of like, go ahead, sign it, Charlie. We've got nothing to lose.
yeah, really rough.
Yeah.
We're in the most dire straits already. There's nothing in this contract that could possibly make things worse. Oh, brutal.
Oh no, it says Willy Wonka gets all our cabbage soup.
No!
Oh,
The cabbage
why
soup
did we
clause.
sign
Damn it, Wonka. You're taking everything from me.
it?
Just
Yeah.
when I thought you couldn't take everything, you did. Ruthless.
You're a crook.
You're a crook! A swindler!
Dang.
Yeah.
Should cast you as Grandpa Joe.
Oh, mate. I would love that role. It'd be a lot of fun. Just pretending to be an old ass man and then like dancing around. I get to do the fizzy lifting drinks thing. Great.
Oh yeah.
I'm all for it. Joe's got some good lines. A lot of people say that he's the villain of the movie, like the secret villain. But I like it, and that like he's leading Charlie astray a fair bit of the way.
He so is.
Yeah. But yeah,
And I mean,
I don't know about it.
he walked pretty easily. He could have been helping this family out.
He did, right?
Like, I'm not one to shame people on that, but Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, potential criminal.
And it's... Yeah.
Let us know, listeners.
I reckon he was a real criminal.
Oh wow.
He realized if he got into this bed, he can just live undercover for 20 years. Statue of Limitations, sorry. Statue of Liberty passed and the Statue of Limitations passed, and he's like, now he's free to return to the public and own a factory.
Yeah, there you go. He's playing the longest con. He's left over from the Sting.
Yeah.
Oh man, so good. Okay, there's a crash. The crash sound on the run plays as we move into the tiny little stripy room, which I always forget happens here.
Yeah, same.
It's like it's a weird fucking room, but like the point of it is that they're all just like bumping into each other and stuff and getting turned around as they're scrambling in this really small room. But then they go through the door that they came in, and it's different to the one there's room beyond is different than the one that they came from. So that's weird. It's like messing with space, I guess, in this factory, getting turned around. Pretty fun. I'm
beginning to think this factory might be a bit strange.
Whoa, hey, maybe. They go down a little forced perspective hallway here, which is a really fun little visual gag.
Yeah. Especially like Mike TV's parents, mum saying like, the door's not getting smaller, he's getting bigger. Yeah. It's like, lady.
So good. He like gets the end, plays a little ditty on a piano to unlock the door.
Which doesn't sync up.
No, it doesn't sync up at all. But I really love that this door is really, really small, and when he opens it, it's huge on the other side. Just such a sweet little touch there. When they're going to the big chocolate room. It's like a huge chocolate garden. This is what everyone thinks of when they think of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? Like,
definitely.
Number one mental image, this room. He says this is the room where dreams become reality and reality becomes dreams, which is wild. And then, he's singing Pure Imagination as, we're hearing Time. Time's vocal coming in, blaring in like, take it away, like over the top of Pure Imagination starting up. Amazing.
It's almost like we could hear it if Pink Floyd weren't just like hooning away over top.
Yeah. It's so, like, when this happens, it is, I don't think it's been more incongruous here, because, like, Pure Imagination is such a classic song that I feel like everyone knows, like, some of the words to, and you can sort of feel the music to it, and then just having Time over top is so, it's never felt more out of place, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess this comes with the territory of doing musicals, so we're gonna soldier on.
Yeah.
A lot of fun little visual gags here, like little what do you call them, gummy bears in the trees and gobstoppers and stuff all over the place, and the chocolate river pouring away.
I love that this river's actually chocolate and water, but it just does not look like it.
It looks gross. I don't think they could get the consistency right. This is one thing that the Tim Burton movie does do right, is that this room is pretty cool in there. It's very Tim Burton-y, obviously, but they do get the consistency of the chocolate river right.
Yeah.
It looks like actual chocolate.
That was probably the whole reason they made the film, was just like, guys, we figured out how to get a good chocolate river, and it's like, all right, let's make a film around it.
Tim was just furious, like that they had done it wrong in the previous scene, and like he had like extensive talks with James Cameron trying to get his like green water that he invented, and it's all green screened. It's all James water or whatever we called it, and that so gross. And this is also the Oompa Loompas' first appearance. How do you feel about Oompa Loompas, Gareth? Thoughts?
I've got a couple big questions about the Oompa Loompas. Mainly, you could live in happiness too, like the Oompa Loompa doopity doo.
Yeah.
Do they live in much happiness?
I guess so. The Wonka says that he saved them from their like native environment where there's monsters and stuff that devour them all the time, vicious canids and things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's very much indentured servitude, right? They're just here at the factory working away.
I think in the book they're being paid in cocoa beans.
Yeah.
Which they love.
I mean, if they love them, I guess that's okay, but it's very much... We need to call OSHA on this whole thing, I think. It's pretty fucked. There's a lot of issues here. But yeah.
Yeah, and also they're supposed to be fun-loving and like love pranks and teasing and stuff, but their song is just so mournful and judgmental.
Oh my god,
I don't think they're enjoying singing it.
I don't think you see any of them smile. They're very somber all the time. And their songs are very dark and upsetting.
Yeah.
So good. Veruca says that she wants an Oompa Loompa now, which I really like. She's like but the Oompa Loompas, their songs are very good, I think. I think they're like the recurring Oompa Loompa song here is great in this. Everyone knows the tune to that as well. But for whatever reason in the remake, the 2005 one, they decided that the Oompa Loompa songs would be all different genres and stuff.
Yeah.
And
all written and sung by Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
And there's a great gag in it though when someone points out that like, there's no way these Oompa Loompas are just coming up with a song. Did they write it beforehand? Did they know this was going to happen?
Yeah, the issue I have with it in that movie is that you can't follow the lyrics. It's mixed really badly, and that like the music's really, really loud, and you just can't track what the Oompa Loompas are saying because they also sing in like all different like pitches of voice.
Yeah,
it's like sometimes they're pitched up and sometimes they're pitched down, but none of them are ever like standard human speech. I found that really hard to follow what they were saying, which is kind of a shame. But also in this, in the Oompa Loompa songs in this movie, a lot of the time the lyrics are like flashing up on screen and like really weird curvy fonts and stuff.
We're pretty much getting like, I wrote down the Oompa Loompas drop their official lyric video.
Yeah.
So they haven't got the proper video ready, but they'll drop the lyric video, they'll do the interview with Zane Lowe, it's the single release day.
Still coming on later.
Yeah.
One of them drops a freestyle on Sirius XM. Amazing. The Oompa Loompa freestyles, I want them now. Me and Veruca.
They do a cover in the BBC Live Lounge.
Oh my god, what song would you want most to be covered by an Oompa Loompa, Gary?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Is it?
Old Town Road.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
I love that. I want to hear Gangsta's Paradise in Oompa Loompa song version. Oh, great stuff. Great content here on the pod.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
Anyway, the impetus of this is that Augustus Gloop, he falls in the chocolate river because he's picking out too much. And then he gets sucked up into a wee pipe. Probably my favorite line in the film is that like Augustus's mum is freaking out about this, and she's like, "Wonka, do something!" And Wonka delivers the line. He's just like, "Help! Police! Murder!"
Yeah,
like completely deadpan, not at all engaged. So good.
And it's a beautiful anti-sync as well, because that's exactly when the big Great Gig in the Sky vocals kick in.
Yeah. He's not at all freaking out, but everyone else is.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Augustus gets wedged in the pipe and then shot out like a gun. Old Grandpa Joe says, "Remember when I told you how a gun fires?" To Charlie, it's like, what the hell? Alright, but yeah, getting sent off.
Another hint to his criminal past.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
I'll teach you how to use this gun, boy, when you turn 12, like Mike TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting shot off to the boiler, and that's no good. So he plays his little flute to summon the Oompa Loompas to help it out.
Yeah.
The little flute is a good recurring bit. I like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, they sing their song with the great font work. Their lyric video plays.
Yeah.
So there we go. And then yeah, at the end of Great Gig, we've got that ties up nicely at the end of that sequence, and we've got like the nice wee boat coming out. The boat,
the famous boat ride.
the boat of nightmares.
Yeah.
Another.
Now, this is probably why you chose this film, right? It was because of this boat.
Yes, exactly. This is the most Pink Floyd-y
Yeah.
bit. I wanted to see what would happen here. Unfortunately, this aligns with Money, which I feel like is the least...
Yes.
It's like the least scary part of the album.
Yeah.
You know?
I was so angry. I wrote in full caps, trippy boat sequence set to Pink Floyd's least trippy song.
I know.
And then I drew an angry face.
It sucks, yeah. It made me upset. This boat ride is the craziest part of any kids movie I think I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
It shows like animals getting beheaded and like centipedes crawling over people's faces and shit. It's just stuff that shouldn't be in a kids movie. It's wild.
And it would have been so perfect, because this scene reminds me so much of like being a kid, sleeping in a car trip, waking up and dad's playing his Pink Floyd CD and just getting terrified.
Right? It should match, but we're getting nothing. It's so frustrating, you know? We're going to move on past it, I think is the only way.
Okay.
But yeah.
We're just getting too steamed.
Yeah, man.
We're going to melt all the chocolate we're holding.
I do want to say that Veruca, not Veruca, Violet says, "What is this, a freak out?" Which is just such a weird line. I love it. But yeah, we'll move past that freak out and go to the inventing room. Not too much going on in here. There's there's a lot going on in there, but not too much to talk about. There's like exploding candy for your enemies. There's a weird line about butterscotch and butter gin. And like Veruca's father's like, "You on the take?" or something like that. It's like, what? And then he says like, "Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker." And I'm like, I don't like what that is implying. Willy Wonka. That is not good.
I don't think Willy Wonka knows what it means. It sounds like he's just heard it once and he's like, this is how you talk to adults.
Yeah, he does throw out idioms like crazy and stuff. And he's always speaking in like different languages and things that I don't think he has a full grasp on. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he's just throwing around crazy things that he's heard. But yeah.
He's like, the person who's trying to appear smart at a party.
Absolutely.
And it's worked on the Oompa Loompas for this long, and it's like, oh yeah, it'll work on
He's
people
been
too.
gaslighting these Oompa Loompas since the beginning, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ruthless. We get an us and them over the everlasting gobstoppers sequence with this like machine that's covered up with crazy fabrics and stuff. They all get given one. Veruca Salt does the classic fingers behind your back when you tell a lie. You ever do this?
I didn't, but I learned from TV about it, and I thought like, oh yeah, that's the only legal way you can tell a lie. Like in a court of law, you're going to be fine.
Oh, right.
Don't try that, listeners. It's not.
Yeah, it doesn't work if you're under oath.
Yeah.
What
about you?
Nah, never done it. Never done it in earnest, I don't think. I might have done it like as a joke or as a bit, but no. Anyway, maybe as a little kid. I don't remember.
The everlasting gobstopper made me really sad though, because Do you remember Nestle
Yes.
owned a Wonka company?
Yeah. So, Nestle in New Zealand put out some... I don't know. I think New Zealand, Australia, they did this. Possibly UK as well.
Yeah.
They were putting out Wonka-branded chocolates and candies and things based on the products in the book and the movie, etc. And the Everlasting Gobstoppers, they did release, and they didn't last forever, Gareth.
No.
Bit of a shame. They were good. I liked the Gobstoppers. They changed colours.
Yeah, they changed colour and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was neat.
But it's so sad because this is the beautiful, dare I say, socialist dream that a poor kid can buy one candy and it's going to last them all year. So regardless of how much money they have, they're going to get to enjoy candy.
Yeah.
And then Nestle, the most evil company, buys that name and is just here's a gobstopper that'll last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Come back when you've finished it.
Come back when you get some more money, child.
We're going to go punch an orangutan or something.
Oh my god. Oh wow. This podcast notably not sponsored by Nestle. Holy shit.
No.
Woo! Yeah, no. I liked a lot of the chocolates and stuff that they came up with, but yeah, that's definitely...
Oh, nerds. Nerds were amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely anti what this candy stands for, though. Quite ironic.
Yeah.
Next little bit is the 3-course dinner gum that, of course, Violet goes for. Another cool idea. They didn't manage to get this, Nestle. They couldn't work out how to get a 3-course dinner into gum form, much like Wonka could in the film. Because they gets to the dessert and then you turn into a blueberry. It's the only way.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. She blows up into a big blueberry. Her costume is really, really funny here.
It's so good, yeah.
Classic Wonka thing of just her big blue outfit. It's really nice costuming detail that she's been wearing blue this whole time. As to blow up into a big blueberry at the end of the film. Very, very good.
Really annoyingly, in the remake, she's wearing blue, and then when she turns into a blueberry, the colour of her clothes change to a different shade of blue.
What?
It's guys.
What the hell?
What was the point?
Come on, Tim. That's just poor planning.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you playing at, mate?
Timothy.
Disgraceful. Don't hate me, Tim. I love you, really. Don't knock my door down. They roll her off to the juicing room, Gareth. This young lady, they're going to squeeze the juice out of her. Oh my god.
And then they go to the next, to the wallpaper.
Yeah, little minor thing just before this. There is a dialogue about having good manners will go far. On that, that aligns perfectly with the good manners not costing nothing ad-lib bit at the end of that track. Yeah. Really nice. But yeah,
good on you.
Just a cheeky wee sync there at the end. We're still keeping track, and getting back after the boat thing, it's okay. The lickable wallpaper. The snozberries taste like snozberries, as they do. You know.
Yeah.
He also says the line here when Veruca talks back about these snozberries. His response is, "We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of the dreams." Which is, it could be Pink Floyd, lyrics.
Absolutely. It's also what I'm going to say next time someone has me checkmated at an argument.
It's really good. It's a really good response, because it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But it's great stuff. And then, we get the fizzy lifting drinks sequence, where Grandpa Joe leads Charlie astray. They're going to drink the fizzy lifting drinks. Very terrifying. I remember being very scared of this as a little kid when they're flying way too... possibly more scared of this than the boat thing, which is wild. Just getting cut up by a fan is quite realistic fear.
Yeah. I guess you're more likely to, ceiling fans are part of your day as a child.
It could be real.
Trippy boats, not so much.
Yeah. Fan death. Look out for it. So flying around to any colour you like before this, though. Quite serene. Going
that works really well.
Going a bit too high, and then gonna die to the fan. He says, "If you don't, you gotta burp, Charlie." Is one of the lines that people say as well. But he's like, if you don't, it'll cut you to ribbons, which I don't remember from the film. But that's a wild thing to tell a child.
Oh yeah.
If you don't, it'll.
And the
cut
scary,
your
like,
ribbons.
wah, guitars of any color you like kick in as soon as they kind of realize, like, oh, we're not having a good time. We're going to hit this fan and become ribbons.
Yeah, we'll be torn to pieces. Oh,
Yeah.
they managed to get out of it though by doing their burp, and they figure it out. The puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's on to the geese that lay the golden eggs, Gareth.
Oh, yeah.
I don't-
Don't tell them it's not Easter.
Oh yeah, I love that little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's like October when they're here. October 1st.
Yeah, October. Yeah.
And yeah, like he's tricking them into like working harder, which is pretty ruthless to these poor geese. Animal cruelty potentially. I do like that the thing that tells them whether the eggs are good or bad is called an egg-dicator, which is a sweet little pun.
And Grandpa Joe improvises the educated educator.
Yeah, amazing.
Which, to be honest, is just repeating the pun, but you know.
That's good enough.
Good on
I
him.
like it.
Yeah.
Wonka's writing that down furiously.
Yeah. Next tour.
It's like, more puns?
happening.
Oh my god. I think he spends the remaining scenes like doing as many puns as he can to try and one-up Grandpa Joe. Like,
That's really why he lets Grandpa Joe to come to the factory. He's like, I'm going to destroy him.
pun games on fleek.
Punderdome.
He's really
Yeah.
a worthy successor in this family line. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Veruca wants a golden goose. The golden gooses and geeses is what she says.
Yeah.
And then she drops.
She sings a solid gold jam.
Yep, don't care how, I want it now.
Yeah.
A great track, really, really funny.
Yeah.
Again, written before any of the script was written. They just had the book, so
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet.
And probably because it does feel like we haven't had a musical moment in ages, and it kind of,
It's a nice holdover.
It feels
one.
a bit like jarring, but I love it.
Yeah, it's the only one of the kids that gets their own song, which I quite like
Yeah.
as well. It is a solid gold jam though.
In the bloody Tom and Jerry version, Slugworth sings this as a duet with her.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay. It's wild that he's in the factory, but all right.
Yeah.
Because he notably can't get in, as a rule. It's why the whole
yeah.
plot, it dismantles the whole plot, really, that he's there.
Tom and Jerry better explain that.
Oh, come on, Tom. They can't because they don't do a lot of speaking, from what I remember.
No.
Anyway, she goes down the chute because she's a bad egg, Gareth.
Yeah.
And I like that it lingers on the shot for ages. Presumably we're hearing like her going "Ah!" down the chute or something like that. But yeah, it sticks on the shot for a really long time.
Yeah.
He says that he thinks that the furnace is lit only every other day, so she has a sporting chance of surviving. Ruthless.
So scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's so smart that a lot of the scarier implications of all this stuff is being delivered, like, in dialogue where kids aren't going to really put it together. Like, little kids aren't going to get how much danger she's in.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, she's just gone down the chute. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
This is, when it, because there's been, like we've said, there's been some amazing, like, every TV show's done a parody of Willy Wonka. Like, everyone knows the story.
Yeah.
This is when it hit me. If they called me up and they're like, look, you know, we've figured out even better chocolate water. We need to make another remake.
Yeah.
What if there's a point in the film when Charlie and Grandpa Joe realize that's not Willy Wonka. This is just some, like,
Whoa.
Hans Gruber-esque guy who's just, like, bluffing his way, and the Oompa Loompa are his, like, henchmen. He's trying to get the secret formula. He's kidnapped the real Willy Wonka, who's doing some sort of die-hard thing to kind of escape.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah, it's a full, like, die-hardy tower heist kind of business inside the magical Willy Wonka world.
I'd be into that. That sounds really good. Oh my god.
Yeah, right?
The
You don't mark it
Nakatomi
there, you just
Plaza.
suddenly drop that twist.
Wow, yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, like
Hit us up, Hollywood.
hit us up. You're listening to episode
giving
20,
away-
right?
Yeah. Well, we're giving away so many good ideas.
Oh,
and,
mate.
like, you know, just having fun with them. Let's just get this one made.
Yeah.
They're making films in New Zealand.
Yeah. Good shout outs to our film commission. We'll get onto it, alright?
Yeah.
Just give us the rights to Willy Wonka, okay? We're dead after Tim did his number on them, so
Yeah.
it's
He did that so we can have these rights changed.
oh, there you go.
He knew.
He knew. He's like, the water's
Yeah.
still not ready.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it, but I'm not happy with it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, anyway, the Oompa Loompas deliver their wee song here over a clips, and they're grooving away. They're loving it, bopping up and down. I just enjoy seeing the Oompa Loompas. There's a more great font work as well. Like,
oh yeah, very Into the Void, Kanye West, All of the Lights music video.
Yeah, totally. Just
kind of
like
happening.
Flashing up on screen, very intense fonts. I'm into it. Yeah, there we go. Playthrough 3 begins. The Wonkamobile, which is powered by ginger ale and all kinds of stuff that tickles your nose, Gareth. Yes, it's like spewing foam all over them, but thankfully they go through the Wonka wash at the end, which cleans them all up.
And very cleanly divides as they go through from dirty to clean. It divides playthrough 2 and playthrough 3.
Yes, it does. The heartbeats are aligned like either side of that sequence, which is pretty nice. The Wonkamobile itself is a really dumb thing. They get they go like about 30 feet, I want to say. On this.
Very slowly, very messily.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's just a weird little sequence that they built. We have this crazy brass tram thing. We're going to use it. Anyway, and then the Wonka Vision Room, Gareth, is next.
Yes.
I love this. Everyone has to wear these like white jumpsuits. Visually very interesting, this whole thing.
Oh yeah. Very like Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a giant like monochromatic, like mono white film camera that's being operated by the Oompa Loompas. Like even more force perspective because they're really little and the camera's really huge, which is great. It's pretty great. They do the whole Wonka, the TV, the Wonka Vision thing with the. This is really weird to explain, but he's like has a massive bar of chocolate which he sends through the airways, and you can pluck it out of your TV as if you're watching the ad.
Yeah.
But it gets way smaller when you do that. I don't know how this works. Like
I think I was Roald Dahl didn't quite understand TV, but it's still nice.
It's some magic stuff. I do like that you see all the data in the air floating above their heads.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Pretty cute, pretty cartoony.
But then bloody Mike TV thinks, he doesn't take it as this beautiful free chocolate world.
No.
Every ad you get a bar of chocolate. He's like, nah, transport a person.
Transport me, man.
A small cowboy.
Yeah, to be fair to Mike TV, to be the first person transported via Wonka Vision, like that's one for the Guinness World Record book, surely.
Yeah, true.
Like first person.
No one's taking that away from him.
Yeah, first person to be shrunk by TV.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. He becomes famous in his own right, I think, from this, like world's smallest child.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, anyway. He gets wheeled off to the taffy stretching machine. Wonka delivers a really fun little line to one of the Oompa Loompas. The Oompa Loompa has concerns about this and whispers something to him, and he's like, "No, I won't hold you responsible." Just to the Oompa Loompa. It's amazing. It just implies so much by saying so little there. Really great. And we got on the Run over the final Oompa Loompa song here, where they're jumping up and down in their suits. This one is the most acrobatic of their performances, I think.
Each of their performances get more better as they go.
I would say so.
Which is similar to in the remake.
Yeah, at the TV
the
studio is the best one, you reckon? Then,
well, maybe not the best, but the most the Oompa Loompas have put in the most effort.
All right, we'll take it. But
again, raising the question of how did they know this was all going to happen? But
I don't know. I do just think I love this one the most because of their costumes. They've all got the TV studio costumes on. And again, I don't tend to think about the Oompa Loompas in their usual garb. I always think of them in this TV studio setup, just because
that's awesome.
Yeah, just because I think it's cooler looking.
Yeah,
they got their little.
These
goggles.
are if you're playing Super Smash Bros. Roald Dahl edition, you'd be switching their outfit to this.
Yeah, this is their alt costume for sure.
Yeah,
pretty sweet. Pretty slick looking.
Another brilliant idea, Hollywood.
Yeah.
But alright.
Give us the Roald Dahl Smash Brothers crossover that the fans crave.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we the fans are craving.
The BFG is so OP in that game. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, Hey, my brother would always choose the BFG.
He knows what's
And
good.
I thought playing as Matilda I'd get way more psychic powers, but they kind of nerfed her a little.
Nah, no good. Let's keep going. We not that much left now. We're heading into Wonka's office.
Yeah.
Like everything's cut in half in his office for some reason. Never explained. Just like
That was entirely that they just didn't want to have a boring office set after such a magical place, so they quickly chopped stuff in half.
That's awesome. I didn't know that fact.
Yeah.
That rules. Because a lot of these visual gags are really, really good. And they're like half a clock with half of a pendulum swinging along. I kind of wish that was on screen for time, but we'll allow it.
What can we do?
Yeah, my favorite thing that he has here is the half a like bust of a face, like a porcelain bust, and that's what he hangs his hat on, which I think is really, really good. Just a cool visual.
I'd love that for my real room.
Yeah,
it's very vaporwave.
it's sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then he's pissed off because they stole fizzy lifting drinks, Gareth. And
your line.
That line aligns with the bloody clocks. All the clocks go off. Where as soon as he says, "You stole fizzy lifting drinks," oh my god, so intense.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got an alignment there. Ooh.
Yeah, one of our better clocks in a while.
Yeah, I'll take it. When he's yelling out about, he does the "I said good day" thing, which is another iconic line. Grandpa Joe says that he's just gonna get one over on Wonka here, and that he would give the gobstopper to Slugworth to get like the money out of it.
Again, villainous.
Yeah, but Charlie hands it back to him again, pure of heart, and he passed the test.
Yeah.
Gareth. He says the line "So shines a good deed in a weary world," which is fantastic dialogue. And then
another could just be a Pink Floyd lyric.
Oh, so nice, very poetic. And yeah. Mr. Wilkinson comes out. He was Slugworth all along. It was all a ruse to try and find someone worthy of taking over the factory, Gareth. And it's great. They fly away in the Wonkavator, jumping up into the ceiling. Again, Grandpa Joe is being terrified of being cut to ribbons. Once again, he says that line again, which I love. But yeah, then they're flying over the little town with all the little red roofs. It's lovely. And then, the movie wraps up with...
And we get this odd... Like, I don't know how I feel about this final line.
Yeah.
But, like, did you hear the story about the man who got everything he wanted? He lived... What is it? He lived happily ever after.
Well, he lived happily ever after. Yeah. I think it's... I kind of like it, in that it, like, implies, like, a certain... Something sinister, but then it's, like, another bait and switch, right?
Yeah,
like
it's very in character. It just feels like as a message. It seems a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a weird final line for the film for sure. But like, I think definitely in keeping with Wonka's character. But yeah, there we go. We get the credits rolling over the back half of time, and that's it. That's our time.
And that's it.
What did you think? How did it sink? Lay it on me.
Well. So every episode I try to do a bit of research just in case we're missing like a huge thing this movie's got to do with Pink Floyd and like people might get mad.
Yeah.
There's on YouTube someone's made The Dark Side of Chocolate where they have the boat scene playing to On the Run.
Oh wow.
And it bloody works.
Yeah, I can imagine that would work pretty well. But yeah, it doesn't align if you are doing it from start to finish. So
yes, as is the law.
Yeah, as are the rules of our eternal contract.
Yeah, and apparently like there's a whole website that Web somehow missed called moviesyncs.com.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is just this one guy.
Oh cool.
He goes artist by artist. An artist that he likes and what movies he's been told they sync with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's doing our podcast, but a lot more focused.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
And like, I mean, based off just a couple clicks, the guy's adorable. He like talks about the Red Hot Chili Peppers and says that their latest album syncs with Big Hero 6.
That's
and then
great.
He like updated the page after he saw a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert with his friends, and he just like tells you about that.
Aww, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
I hope his website's moviesyncs.com.
Moviesyncs.com. Shout outs to you.
Yeah.
You'd love to have you on the pod. Oh my god.
Yes.
That's great.
And his big takeaway is that Rush's album 2212 is supposed to be the thing that syncs with this movie.
Okay. I love Rush, so I'm into that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
I might do that in my own time to check and report back.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hold me to
won't
it.
stop you.
There's no eternal contract binding me to do that, but maybe.
No. Rush haven't greeted us in the night and made us sign a contract in blood. Have we not mentioned our blood contract with Pink Floyd on the show yet?
I don't think so, and I think 20 episodes in is the time to do it, so yeah, that happened.
Yeah, just if you're wondering.
They arose.
We were just like minding our own business. They appeared at night.
Yeah, instruments and all, out of the ground.
Yeah.
And made us...
Speaking of instruments, that's the sound of them drumming in the background, if that's coming through.
Ah, sweet. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, they made us sign a blood oath with both our blood and their blood, weirdly. But
yeah, that was weird. And there was a lot of blood already on the page that I don't know whose that was.
It's a very bloody ordeal, but we got through it, and that's why we're doing the pod. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, let's give this film a rating. I'm feeling... I want to say middle of the road, like 5 here. The boat thing really upset me. And that, like, it was so off. I imagine it would work really well with On the Run, but, like, since it was off so badly... There were some other good syncs, though. Like, but nothing too crazy. Big sync valleys, So...
Yes.
I'm feeling a 5.
And I almost want to punish it for missing the... Dare I say, missing the boat.
Yeah,
boat scene.
Missing the most important sync of the film, I reckon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll lock it in at a 5, I reckon. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds great.
Mark it on the graphs. What have we...
Mark it on your graph.
Mark it on your graphs. I love that we tell people to make graphs. Okay,
yeah.
What are we doing? What is the next film, Gareth?
Oh.
21.
Oh.
Is it 21?
Yeah, it's our 21st.
Yeah.
We're gonna
tell
invite all our
embarrassing
friends
stories.
and family over.
Yeah.
Gonna give each other keys that our friends have signed. It's our 21st.
Am I gonna do 21 shots over the course of this pod? Find out.
So we're like, I actually haven't decided the film yet. So
okay.
I'm writing this poetry on the fly.
Oh wow. You're haikuing it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We're hunting for these syncs, These syncs can sometimes be very small, very tiny things, but they're very important to us.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, if we don't find these syncs, it's like we won't be able to inherit some sort of, like, old house, I'd almost say.
Yeah, okay.
Like the house of joy.
I feel like...
The house of...
I feel like this stuff would be appearing in very small font at the bottom of our Blood Oath contract.
Yes, yeah. So we've got, like, the stakes are high, but the sinks are small and crafty.
Crafty sinks.
And to really honor that, I think that we have to check out 1997's American black comedy slapstick film, Mouse Hunt.
Oh, baby. I'm hype. I'm ready.
Yeah, also requested by a friend.
Yeah. Another request. We take requests. If you want to request a film, get in touch with us at SyncFloydPod on Twitter, at our Facebook feeds or something. Call us up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let us know.
Find us
any
personally.
way you can.
Or
carry a
on
pigeon.
Twitter.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Find it. Get at us, and we'll reach your request at some point in the future. Hell yeah! I'm hyped for some Mouse Hunt. Until then.
Oh, good. Until then, though, I've been Gareth Blackler.
I've been James Barron.
And we'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
If you want a view of paradise, simply look around and view it. Okay, goodbye.
Oompa loompa
Doopity-doo.
doopity-doo.
You should listen to Sing Floyd on Spotify. Oh, God.
Oh. Again, we like this show.
Oh, no.